Hey, so yeah, I'm Hinckley Ropati from Downey. Yeah, definitely.
How'd that feel, your breakout game?
It felt great. I mean, credit to the O-line, the whole offensive unit just coming out here and executing. Great play call by Coach A-Rod. So, I mean, we just did our jobs and went out there and executed it. Just played our way, man. So, yeah.
How have you been able to stay ready and then have the biggest game of the BYU career?
Kalani is always preaching, like, staying patient, humble and patient. And, I feel like that's been just the biggest thing, just obviously being there for my teammates and just trying my best to obviously be there with them and just wait for whatever opportunities come, I mean, I was playing special teams out the entire year, so I always try to make, plays on the special teams side of the ball. So, yeah, man, it was awesome.
So that TD you scored on, does that have a name, that play call?
Yeah, so that was actually Posse Right Sally. It's one of our screen plays, and I mean, as you can see, the O-line they got out there and they did all the work, all the heavy lifting. I just ran. Anybody could have ran that. So, yeah, man.
A-Rod's going to have to change the name of the play because he doesn't think it's
No, all good, all good.
Did you suspect at all that you were going to have as big of a role tonight as you did into this game?
The coaches were always just preaching to me throughout the whole week to stay ready. Obviously, we had backs go down. I mean, we have a room full of just dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, it sucked that not every single one of them were, were obviously hurt. I mean, obviously Miles dealing with his injury and CB and Mason as well. And so it just obviously I just had to step up and do whatever it is to help the team win and things like that. But yeah, man. So.
What was different about the offensive line tonight? I mean, they looked a little like hungry, motivated. I don't know what exactly the right word is, but did you notice something different about them tonight versus the past month?
I feel like the biggest thing is energy. I mean, we had a great week of practice this week, literally just full of energy. Coach A-Rod in the beginning of the week and the offensive staff, they came out there and they were just telling us, hey, the biggest thing we got to change is our energy. We got to make it fun. And I think that was the biggest thing day in, day out at practices. We've just been competing, with the defense. And I feel like that really carried over to the game. They brought the energy, and you can see. I mean, I think it was fourth quarter when they had their little ritual, pre-fourth quarter ritual. And we was turning up over there, just having fun. I think that really set the tone for the game.
For sure. Was that complementary football, offense, defense, special teams, kind of feeding off one another?
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we always talk about every time when offense comes out, defense comes out, special teams, we're always saying, we got y'all back, And so I felt like everybody just went out there today on all sides of the ball and just executed.
Did Miles get hurt in the middle of the game, in the second quarter? Or did he get banged up at all?
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm allowed to speak on this, but yeah, I mean, so okay.
Hinckley, since you got here to BYU in 2020, you've navigated some injuries. Just maybe lay out the road you've traveled to get to this point tonight.
I mean, I got here back in 2020, right, and dealt with some injuries, ACL year. Obviously, the next year, still dealing with some things, and decided to just redshirt that year, last year. And this year was just finally being able to be available for our team, and I think that was the biggest thing. Just trying to stay healthy, not doing too much, and just making sure I just put my. The biggest thing that coach always preaches, like, availability is the best ability. And so I feel like instead of just doing all these extra stuff, just focus on, trying to stay healthy for the games and things like that. So, yeah.
What can you say about the emotion maybe that's in the locker room right now after ending a 4-game losing streak?
Oh, man, we're just, I mean, you heard them right there. Everybody's yelling, dancing, music's going, the energy is just crazy. And, I mean, this is something that this is a feeling that we all love, and so obviously to be able to pull that W and come back in the locker room, just celebrate with everybody, and it's fun, man. I love it.
I heard from a little birdie that may or may not be your position coach that you've got the biggest deadlift and clean in the running backs room. Can you confirm or deny that?
That's I did not know, man. The running backs, those guys are all the favorite people. Those guys are dogs, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate you guys.